If y'all could turn your telephones on silent so we ain't interrupting the meeting tonight. It's first time here. Thank you for everybody being here. Congratulations to all everybody that made it. There's a lot of issues that we're going to try to rectify, but we can't do it overnight. So we'll start off with calling the meeting. It's what, 6:30?
Yeah.
And we'll do start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Also, we'd like to give 15 seconds, come on.
Oh, everybody else.
Most we can, for the passing of Chris Ortiz, 15 seconds. Thank you very much. Roll call this morning, we got Linda Adams,
Here.
Susan Garrett,
Here.
Keith Gifford, Kim Gonzi,
Yep.
Michael Green, Stephanie Prain, and myself, Todd Ward. First thing on the agenda is
Agenda approval.
agenda approval. What we got there?
So does
Does anybody have any changes? No.
okay. You're making a motion to approve the agenda.
All right, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve the agenda, second by?
I'll second.
Second by Keith. And that's to approve the, what's that? To approve the agenda motion. Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, the public comment's gonna open now, 6:35. The comments are only for items that are on the agenda. All other issues have to wait until the later comment. Anybody have anything to say? Yes, sir. Hello,
My
Pete.
name's Pete.
Hello, Pete.
Yeah, I got a few questions. Resolution 2424, budget amendments, I get that. The draft budget doesn't really have to be done until the end, right around the end of March. So you guys got plenty of time to go over it, and especially the new ones, you know, and look through it to see what's been raised or deleted. Chief, to the fire chief, the grant that he's applying for, I wonder what we have to pay. And there were questions on the warrant, but I didn't get a chance to go through it all. There's a few questions, no big deal. I can bring them up at the end of the meeting if I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you, Pete. Anybody else have anything?
I'm going to act like I'm talking into the microphone. Congrats to everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, so complaint form. The purpose is, if the purpose is to require the complainant to sign their name, provide contact information. I can see how it'll help the board if they need to contact the person that made the complaint, but I can also see where it might make people hesitant because they fear retaliation from their neighbor, fellow resident, who they lodge a complaint against. If we do move to this model, confidentiality must be enforced with this process. And then regarding these public comments, this one may feel to many that their speech is being restricted. Could we test this out by having a few meetings with this new rule and a few kept to the original process to see if there's an issue with length of meetings, which is my guess as to why this change was made? Not that Mile is a shining example of how to run meetings, but they don't limit topics for the 2 public comment periods, and they give people 5 minutes for the first comment and then 3 for the second one, and allow residents of Augusta or Milan to speak first, and then non-residents. So that's it. Thank you.
Does anybody else got anything?
Yep, I'm wondering the same thing. Before, I know, and maybe it's just Mr. Shelby allowed it, that you could talk the first 3 minutes about anything. In the last, you could. What brought that change?
We'll answer that at the board response.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No, closed public comment, 6:35. Now we gotta say, all approved.
Yeah, this one you don't have to. This one, we do it.
Okay,
You want me to do it?
yeah.
So I would make a motion to approve the draft Board of Trustees meetings from October 24th, 2024. Second. Okay, so then you need to know.
All in favor?
All right.
All right.
Okay, and then I would make a motion to approve the draft special meeting minutes from November 11 with the following amendments. So on this one, there were a few issues. Oh, we did not do board response.
Yeah.
Did you want to do board response at the top?
No, I just was bringing it up that we didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
On which topic?
We didn't do this one
The
here.
board response, okay, to,
Yeah, do you want to do that?
we can.
Okay, so just, I can answer Pete if you like. So
Okay.
Pete, the 24 is our quarterly amendments. That's nothing to do with the new draft budget. That's the quarterly amendments from the quarter ending September 30th.
But you got it down far.
Yeah, we're gonna, everybody gets the draft, it is the law that you have to give the draft budget out early. We're not voting on it or anything tonight,
That's all
yeah.
we did.
You have to do like the public hearing and it's gotta go through the whole process.
Thank you.
Yep,
Yeah, you'd be going back and forth.
okay.
And then do you wanna respond to the rest of them, I guess, being as we did for this, for the board response for their first questions on the agenda?
Yeah, well, you do want to?
May as well, because
Okay.
that way if they wanna go, they can. With the changes that we made on the public comment, it was, main reason was because it created a disturbance in the beginning of the meeting. So me bearing witness to it myself, couldn't get anything done that needed to be with all the chatter and the conversation that came after the public comment when we did it before the meetings. So you still have the right and all the time you need to make your comment, but it's gonna be after we conduct the business at hand. That way it cuts back on the chatter and the nonsense. So you do have time to respond, but it's gonna have to be at the end of the meeting. And that's it, that's for me and for you also. That good?
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
still 3 minutes though, right?
So now I will
Yes.
go on to do the amendments for the draft special board of trustees meeting from November 11th. Number 8, we're going to amend to remove contingent on DTE's approval to attach permanent holders to the utility poles. So it's like the last part of that, and did you want to amend the amount as well, Michael? Do you want to, I mean, it's better to be over than under, so we could just leave the amount and see how it goes.
Let's leave it like it is,
Okay.
and then we'll switch it up after.
Okay, so the new motion from the November 11th special meeting minutes is going to state, motion by Shelby, second by Gonzi, to approve Moscow Design quote for banners for Whitaker Road and Willis Road not to exceed $4,727.96. That's gonna be the full thing. And then also on the same, we put Mitch instead of Mitchell's in number 12. So it should have said settle the lawsuit with Mitchell's, add an EL'(S), storage on the end of that, on number 12. Does someone want to second my motion? Second. Is that Linda? Okay. Okay.
Okay, motion by,
So, you want me to make this?
yeah.
So I'm gonna make a motion to close the regular Board of Trustees meeting at 6:42.
Hey, should we let the chief do this first, just in case he's gonna leave, let him do his report, because he can be in and out if he gets a call. So, should we do his before we go in there, just so he can leave if he needs to?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. Go ahead, Dave. Chief, you wanna do your report first before we go in closed session?
Sure. Mike, I wanted to welcome you aboard. I look forward to working with everyone the next few years, or as long as I'm here anyway. And your question, Pete, I'll answer your question on the grant through my report, okay? So for the month of October, we had 41 fire department responses. We had 0 property loss by fire, no cost recovery, 1 ordinance violation, which was just given a warning, 45 burning permits were issued, no mutual aid responses. Training was pediatric sepsis, nozzle evolutions, brush truck evolutions, and the new Lucas CPR device. And I'll probably bring the device either next meeting or in January that we received, that we voted on a couple months back for doing CPR, the automated device, so everyone can see what it is. Public fire education, fire officers ate lunch with the children at Bishop Elementary that made over $250 on their pledges. And if you go back to the inspector's report, he has listed the other community engagements. 5 community engagements, including multiple staff, 99 hours, 1 Lincoln High School football game standbys, 2 Lincoln School Youth Fire Safety Talks and Truck Tours, Truck or Treat at Lincoln Schools, ATFD Open House, and he has completed his business emergency contact list. Let's see. Records and reports. We're compliant with all of our state required reports, which makes us eligible for FEMA grant. If you're delinquent 1 month, they basically just throw your grant out. If you're on a county grant, that would take down the whole county. Everyone would not get their grant if one fire department that participated wasn't compliant with the reports. To answer your question, Pete, the grant was for Washoe County 100 grant. That is a 100% grant. There's no match to it. And we utilize that grant to buy an EV fan, which is a electrical positive pressure fan or negative pressure. So when we have a home that's got carbon monoxide in it, all we have now is basically a gas fan, which would put more fumes in it. So this will quickly evacuate a home of carbon monoxide, and we use it also on fires to remove smoke. So that was a 100% grant. Records reports. Provided to the county medical examiner. We did have a death, so sometimes they ask us for medical records, which we provide. I do need Linda to make a motion to accept the grant amount for $4,534. This is what the accountant told me we needed to do to get it in the system so they can track it. So if you wanted to do,
I make a motion to accept the 4,534 Washtenaw 100 public grant, safety grant received by the Augusta Fire Department for new EV fan, vent fan.
I'll second.
sorry.
Roll call. We got Linda,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Keith,
Yeah.
Kim,
Yes.
Michael,
Yep.
and Stephanie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
I make a motion to approve the fire department report given.
I'll second.
Second by Keith. Yep. Okay, so I would make a motion to close the regular Board of Trustees meeting
You didn't
at...
vote on your motion,
We didn't vote on it?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
not to accept the report.
You
That
just say
should-
all in favor.
All in favor, thank you.
Aye.
Aye. Sorry. Okay,
Come
so...
up here and say it with
Okay, so I would make a motion to close the meeting at 6:45. To go into closed session under the Michigan Open Meetings Act to consult with Augusta Township Attorney Victor Lilish on pending litigation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who was the second?
I'll second.
You made the motion.
Second.
Oh, thanks.